Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. I figured I'm going to sit down and do a collective reading today and just kind of see what wants to come through. We're going to use a bit of tarot, probably do some scrying as I like to do, just receiving messages from spirit. So open-ended reading. If you were called to this reading, if you felt prompted to click on the thumbnail or or you were drawn in for some reason, then you're here for a reason. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Blah, blah, blah. Take what resonates and leave the rest as usual. But you're here for a reason. So let's see why. All right, Spirit. What do you want whoever has been drawn to this reading to know? Okay, so the Knight of Swords. What do you want them to know? What do they need at this time? I'm hearing something about need. So it's like need to know basis, and you need to know. It's time. Okay, I'm hearing it's time. So the Knight of Swords, some imperative, I heard that word. Imperative information is going to be presented to you. I'm seeing that it's making its way to you now. Through multiple streams is what they're showing me. Multiple streams converging into one. I heard meeting at the Delaware. I don't know what that's about. Something about like almost like these different creeks or rivers combining into one larger. Multiple streams of income could be significant. Multiple streams of information. I'm hearing the word coincide. It's coming together. It's probably going to make sense quickly. Or these bits and pieces that you've been receiving are going to all fit together. It's almost like they're showing me, it's puzzle pieces, like puzzle pieces coming together. You had a bunch from different areas. Maybe you didn't know how to fit them together. Different colors, different backgrounds on each one of those puzzle pieces. So you didn't see how they all connected. Yeah, I'm getting something about connecting the dots. So things are coming together for you here. Oh, whoa, there's a secret card. I thought that this was just one card and then my hand unconsciously did that and like split them apart. So there's something that was hidden. I did hear multiple streams of income, and we have the Queen of Pentacles that was hidden underneath the Justice card. So this could be additional money or resources that were hidden from you that you didn't see, or you didn't know how to fit things together. Could be to do with your work. Like you didn't know how you were gonna make this work or what you were gonna do. I'm hearing you were due something, or you're due something karmically, and it's coming to you. It's making its way. I did hear the word quickly, so it's making its way in pretty quickly here. If you were drawn to this reading, if it showed up in your timeline or on your feed, if you found it, there's a specific message for somebody who's finding this video like 6 months after it was filmed. This is also very specific, but they want you to know that they see you and you were drawn here for a reason. That's not for everyone. That's just for one person. Okay. Or any time period, and the number six of cups, but any time period, like a significant amount of time after this video has been posted, that's for that one person. Six of Cups. Yeah. So whoever I'm speaking to here, whoever the viewer is, or you guys who were drawn to this video, I'm hearing the word resolution. Something is resolving. Something that was revolving for quite a long time. Feels like karma. I'm hearing undefined, something that you could not define. Again, it felt like it didn't make sense. It was like there was too many bits and pieces. You didn't see how they fit together. You may have agonized over it for a long time, ruminated over it, repeated certain cycles. There's also something here about kind of getting frustrated with it and then walking away, like, I can't figure it out, so I'm just going to leave it and maybe I'll come back to it and try again later. But you were waiting for quite some time for the results, or for the information, or for things to make sense. It just feels like things didn't make sense. I'm getting that really strongly. Things didn't make sense. It's like, why? Why did this happen? Why isn't it working? Why is it going in this? Why am I being pushed or ushered in this direction? What is going on? And I do feel like there was a lot of divine guidance in that. I'm hearing the words hope and faith. Yeah, your hope and faith were important here. Trust. And they're saying, yeah, divine guidance was part of this process. Talk about destiny confirmation here with the Wheel of Fortune. This was divinely guided, fated, destined. There was a reason for this. And again, it's cycles of time, cycles of karma. And it was something that confused you or left you kind of up in the air. It feels like inconclusive. I'm hearing inconclusive evidence. They're showing me open-ended stories. You know how a story will end and it kind of leaves it open to interpretation, what actually happened. There was something like that. You know, I saw 555 just there. I was going to say that with this 3 of Wands card, feels like something was started but didn't finish. Or you sent something out but it didn't return. Or the information didn't come in the way that you had expected it or hoped it to. And it was like, why? I just keep feeling this energy of like, why? Make it make sense, Spirit. Can we get some information? Make it make sense. And they're saying it's going to in due time, and it's going to come from multiple streams of income. Incoming information, income money. I don't know. I mean, yeah, but it just feels like it's going to come in from multiple different sources. So I don't like, let's say, for example, you're here in this one reading. It's like, this is not going to give you all the information, but there's going to be some additional clues here. And another reading and another reading and another reading that all seem really remote and sort of disconnected are going to present themselves to you at specific times. Now, you can't really go out and look for this. It'll come to you, meaning trust your intuition with this. But there's something about like these pieces that you've been led along this whole time with, but they didn't connect. And then these final pieces are coming together and then it's making sense. 7 of Wands. I feel like you had to keep fighting. You had to keep fighting for something here. Okay, 10 of Swords. Ooh, yeah, I heard completion and culmination point here when it comes to whatever this was that was leaving you. Okay, sorry, hold on. I heard leaving something in the dust. Maybe you felt like you were left in the dust. No, it feels like you're leaving something in the dust. Something that you had to fight for. Maybe you turned your back on it temporarily, or maybe you stood your ground. Yeah, I think you took a break. I think you fought and you fought and you fought and you fought and you did all that you could do until you were completely spent. And then you went, well, it's not working and I don't get it and it's not making sense. So I give up. And ironically, that giving up was what you needed to do. It's like you needed to surrender, you needed to accept, you needed to wait, you needed to, there was a timing to this for sure with the I almost called this the devil card, and my finger is like right over this little devil guy that's underneath. There was something karmically that you needed to unfold over time, and you needed to understand the intricacies of the influences that were at play. Some positive, some negative, they just said. Okay. The duality of the situation, what you were learning from this needed to unfold over time, or you needed to be, your patience was tested for sure, but no, they are saying your patience needed to be tested. The temptation to keep pushing was part of that devil energy, the temptation to try and control things, the temptation to try and get that instant gratification, or to satisfy the ego, I'm hearing, to satisfy the ego. Oh, the ego wants to know. The ego, now they're showing me the scene in the Crystal Skull, Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, when the lady, she's like, I want to know everything. And then the skulls all start spiraling around her and they start showing her everything. And she's like, yes, finally, satisfaction. And then it's like too much. It's too much. And it like melts her or something. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen that. But it's like your ego wants something that it would not be actually good for you to have in its full form or full blast. And that's why it had to come in increments. It had to come in from different directions and then merge into one that you could handle. Yeah, something about that. 3 of Swords. Interesting that it's like these 3 swords are coming in from different directions. It's like if you had tried to pursue or push for this, it would have just left you hurt. So you had to take the time to be patient. You had to step back. You had to, I'm hearing something about reserving your energy and surrendering to the natural order of things, the flow. This was a highly difficult process because it left you in the dark. It left, and again, I'm hearing left you in the dust. Maybe you felt like you were abandoned or hurt. Childhood could be significant. Heartbreak is obviously significant here. Unfulfilled, I'm hearing the word unfulfilled. Unfulfilled hopes and dreams, unfulfilled childhood wishes, unfulfilled, disappointed hopes, I just heard, okay? You sent something out, it didn't come back. Yeah, it was like a dream or a wish that you had that didn't return. Nothing came of it. But it was because it was part of the process, I'm hearing. It was part of the process. It wasn't to kill your faith or your hope or your dreams. No, it was actually quite the opposite. It was tempering your patience. Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. It's like the turtle. You kind of you had to learn to do it slowly, methodically. They're showing me making a little bit of progress and then stopping and taking a break, going an alternate course. They're showing me something about a detour, looping back around. Eventually you make it to the finish line of whatever this thing is, or the culmination point or the conclusion where it makes sense and you're able to elevate out of the cycle, or you're able to clear the karma or whatever needs to happen here. It's the elevation of consciousness that does clear karma, so I think it's both. But it needed to be done over a long period of time. It could not be rushed. I just keep getting that message. It could not be rushed. Disappointed hopes and dreams. 5 of Cups. Confirmation. Something from childhood. Something you believed, I'm hearing. Something you believed from childhood. And you kind of had to let go of it. Not in a jaded way, like I'm rejecting this because it didn't work for me, or it didn't show up, or I don't believe it anymore, and coming from that place of hurt. This feels more like surrender. Like, okay, well, I can't control it, and it's hurting me to keep holding on to it, so I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to move on. I'm going to find something else. If this doesn't make sense, I'll find something that does. Or I'll give it meaning in and of my own accord, because if I'm not receiving the meaning from it and it doesn't make sense, then maybe I'll try to interpret as best I can and then just leave it. It very much feels like surrender. Okay, they did say don't pull any more cards. All right. What else is going on here, Spirit? What's the point of this? Yeah, they just said it's teaching you patience, or taught you patience, but they did use present tense, teaching you patience. So you're probably still in this if you were drawn to this reading. Now, what do they need to know about this, Spirit? Why is this message coming through at this time specifically? They said the timing is right. No, they're correcting me. They said ripe. The timing is ripe, and they're showing me ripe fruit on the tree. Okay, so it's a time of harvest. The lesson has been learned. They're showing me the scene in Guardians of the Galaxy when, what was her name? Was it Andromeda? She keeps trying to eat that like weird turnip root looking alien vegetable thing, and they keep telling her it's not ripe yet. It's not ripe yet. It's not ripe yet. And she finally bites into it, and it's like sour and disgusting. She's like, it's not ripe yet. So there's something that needed time to ripen. Oh, they said you needed time to ripen. You were not ripe yet. Some of you may be or identify as late bloomers. Some of you, I just got a message, some of you felt like, or somebody in this group felt like you peaked in childhood. I don't know, like your life went downhill from there. Or like you had all these high ideals and hopes and wishes and innocent mindset, and then everything kind of shattered, like the illusion, the idea of that shattered. They're saying it wasn't an illusion. It was truth, but the world shattered that in some way or broke it down, broke you down. And they're saying there was a reason for that. And you're coming back from it now. Full circle, they said. And they're showing me, again, this cycles of time. You're coming full circle on something, coming back to something. They just showed me 2008. Isn't there a transit going on right now astrologically? Something about from 2008, Pluto. It's like death, rebirth, transformation, elevation, revolution. This is something pretty major though. Like it's a fundamental part of you. If you were drawn to this reading, you're needing to hear it now because you're ripe. The time you're ready. You're ready. Now, what is that going to look like, Spirit? What does this entail? You're ready for more now, more information, more awareness. They're saying revelation. So something's going to be revealed to you and you're guided to it. I'm hearing what you're seeking is seeking you. It's like before you were kind of repelling it because it wasn't the right time yet. So the more you sought it, the more it eluded you. And now you're ready. And so as you seek, it just comes to you. You don't even have to try to do anything. It just comes to you because it's time. Okay, I'm getting something about a fear mechanism. And they said overcoming. So you're overcoming the fear mechanism. Something about programming. Yeah, they said disappointed hopes and dreams again. So that was the fear programming. Choosing to overcome that by surrendering to whatever is and the lesson that is held within it. Even if you don't understand it, even if it doesn't make sense right away. Being able to be open to interpret it. Open interpretation, open-ended. That's what they were showing me before with the open-ended story. And the story that they were showing me the example of, I think it was called The Giver. We read it in elementary school. Yeah, I think it was called The Giver. And at the end, like spoiler alert, but at the end, it's an open-ended story because you don't know if he escapes to freedom or if he dies in the cold. They don't say. And I think this is also about choice, like your interpretation or your perspective on something will help to shape it. And I think maybe this is what you needed to learn too, was, no, they said the story is already written. It's how you interpret it. What? The story is already written. It's how you interpret it. Do you enjoy it? They said. Do you enjoy the story? Do you want to keep reading it? Or do you want to change? Do you want to change it? Do you want to change to a different story? Do you want to change tone? They said. Change tone. Changing tone of the story. They're showing me dark and ominous, like boom, boom, to like more upbeat. Music makes the mood, they just said. And it's like in a movie, you're watching a movie and the music can really shape the tone of what how you're interpreting the scene. Like something kind of negative could be happening, but if it has upbeat music, it can kind of make it a little bit lighter or make it funny, or it puts a different spin on it. And there's something about this too, your perception, how it's influenced by the environment or how it's influenced by the story you were telling yourself or that you were told, programmed with perhaps too. and choice, your free will and how you interpret. So this is these are bits and pieces of what they want you to know, because it's part of healing this pattern. They're saying it's healing the pattern. That's what breaks the cycle. Alters course, I'm hearing. That's what alters your course. Prevents you from repeating it again. It's the perspective shift. That's it. This came up in a recent reading too. I can't remember which one, but there was, I think it was the quantum leap one, the signs that you've timeline shifted. They were talking about awareness and perspective a lot in one of those groups. It was a pick a card reading. I did just hear bridge over troubled water. They showed me the stream. Oh, stream of consciousness, stream of thought, and you're bridging the gap or getting to the other side. And it's a choice. And they're showing me the troll under the drawbridge or under the bridge. You had to pay the toll to get across. Something about a toll. I did just hear you took the path less traveled. And it may have been a lonely road, but it's taking you where you need to go. And they're showing me the forbidden city, something about a forbidden city. Why is it forbidden? And is that good or bad? And they're saying ominous tone again. I don't know. Maybe you were afraid to go there. And then you realize that ominous tone was actually a flaw in the system. And when you clear that programming away, that distortion, that illusion, that framework, I just heard framework, you're able to see it for what it really is. And now it's showing me like a rainbow city. It's kind of reminding me of like the Wizard of Oz a little bit, like follow the yellow brick road. It's convoluted. It makes no sense. Eventually you get to the land of Oz and it's beautiful and it's bright and different colors. Again, something about colors, because there's the horse of many colors. Green is heart chakra, rainbow bodies could be to do with your chakras as well. Evolution of the soul for sure. But the reason I was saying that is because in the book The Giver, it starts out and nobody can see any colors. Everything's in black and white. And there's something about music in that too, like he connects to the music and he can start to see the color. I can't remember. It's been so long since I read it. I think there's a movie of it as well, a movie adaptation from like the 90s or 80s. So there's something about color here that's significant. Being able to see the color helps you blast through the illusion. That's what they just said. Seeing the color helps you blast through the illusion. And there's something about removing a mask or a veil. The wizard is revealed to be a true and authentic power from within, is what I'm hearing. So it's like you learn your true power. You are the wizard. It feels like you're the wizard. And maybe you knew that when you were young, but then it got lost along the way. And then you're finding it again. They just showed me a box in a basement and a box in an attic. As above, so below. Oh, different floors of the house. And they match each other. And you needed to explore all of the, like the different states of being. Discovering all these different parts. There's something about the lips as well. This is kind of just coming in randomly, but they were showing me that earlier and I forgot to mention it and they're bringing me back to it now. Something about the lips is significant. True love's kiss. Oh. Disappointed hopes in romance. This could be part of it. Believing in love again. Okay, I did just hear that. Thank you, Spirit. So this is a major clue. Believing in love again. And I did just hear letting go of the idea that it needs to look a certain way. Letting it be imperfect. Something about not needing to defend your beliefs. There's nuance to it. It's like nuance in your own personal boundaries. What works for you, what doesn't. They're showing me stream of consciousness again. I did just hear you don't need to express this to everyone. You just need to believe it. Other people will have their own perspectives, and that's fine. As long as you know what you know, that's enough. Believing is a big part of this. They're also telling me something about a transcendence of illusion or distortion. That was creating the confusion of like, I don't see how this all fits together. Why is this happening? Maybe I did just hear something about animosity. Okay. But you're clearing that because you're ready now. You've matured. You see it from this different vantage point. It's more holistic. You're able to see the bits and pieces and how they fit together, how they come together into one. Bird's eye view, yeah. And it clears the distortion because you can see it from above. They're showing me an airplane looking down at the ground. You have a much higher perspective now, a much higher vantage point. And airplanes, to me, symbolically working with spirit, can represent timeline shifting. And I did mention that quantum shift, timeline shifting video. So I think this is what's happening here. You're shifting right now, they just said. Okay, so if you were drawn to this reading, if you clicked on this video, if you've listened up to this point, you are shifting right now, literally as we speak. I'm hearing your inner child will flourish and thrive in this new environment. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Being mothered and nurtured from the inside out. They're showing me, they said resources and finances, feels like an abundance, cornucopia. They're showing me like piles of gold. Something was vaulted, something was locked away from you. It's like some kind of a spiritual inheritance. This was part of the karmic pattern. There's money actually coming in from this. You'll see that. Yeah, you'll see that coming in swiftly, they're saying, swift. Especially if this took a long time. Or you were trying to build something for a long time and you kept kind of hitting up against brick walls or not seeing results or getting disappointed. It's coming in. They're saying bridging the gap. You've managed to bridge that gap. You've gotten to the other side now. They're showing me somebody stepping off of a bridge. They showed me the drawbridge again too. So there's two different bridges. There's one that's kind of like an arched bridge that goes across, like a stone bridge. And then they're showing me also a drawbridge, which is wooden and can go up and down like that. And that one goes into the city. So there were like two different paths that you had to, points that you had to cross over. Gaining access, again, through both of those. There was multiple different waypoints, they're saying, that you had to traverse through. Tests of faith is what they were. That's what they would have looked like in the physical realm. Tests of your faith. Could you endure? I heard them say. Could you endure? Your guides are coming forward now. Usually when I channel, it's just me connecting to my higher self, spirit, the totality, the unity. But they're showing me your actual guides coming forward now into the reading. And how they positioned you. How they positioned you through time. Different guides coming in at different points in the cycles too. Like the guides that you started with are not necessarily the guides you're finishing with. So you had to like upgrade so much that these guides coming in and out, you had multiple different resources throughout this journey. That's what they're showing me. So if you were drawn to this reading, you're very special because it's not always the case. I've worked in the Akashic for years and I understand like how the guide system works, generally speaking. I mean, there's always more to learn, but from what I understand, we are born with one particular guide, and then as we go through these like waypoints in life that cause us to make pretty significant life choices or decisions, or we have more access to responsibility and free will, we kind of attract in or hire on new guides at the soul level to work with us based on our frequency, based on what our intentions are consciously or unconsciously. And then we kind of stick with those. There's some change up that can happen, but what they're showing me for you is that it was like like the whole time, so much exchange was going on. It was busy, busy, busy. So much was going on behind the scenes you didn't see. It's crazy what they're showing me. Like it so much activity, but for you, it just felt like dragging your feet through life and like, why isn't this working? And what is happening? You really didn't see it. You really didn't see it behind the scenes. There was so much taking place, but you really didn't see it. Why? Because you weren't meant to, they said. Oh, right. They just took me back. Full circle. That's a message that keeps coming through as well. Like the phrase full circle has been coming through for the past like month or so. But yeah, they're saying wrapping up the cycle. But they're taking me full circle back to the beginning of the reading when they said it's on a need to know basis. You didn't need to know. In fact, you were meant to not know, because that would have defeated the whole purpose of this, which was a massive test of your faith. And they're saying something about acclimatizing and surrendering process. You had to acclimatize yourself to the surrendering process. And there was multiple junctions, and they keep saying waypoints and failure cycles that you had to go through. Failure cycles. Wow. It's not been easy. It's been tough. It's been tough. I can see that here. I want to acknowledge that. I know you know that if this is resonating, but I want to acknowledge that as well. Your guides are acknowledging that too. It's not an easy process to go through this as a human. This type of cycle, this type of lesson, it's not easily won, they said, not easily won. But it's worth the endurance. It was like a marathon. No, what are those things that are not marathons, but it's like you have to do like all the different tasks. Like there's a swimming part, a shooting part, triathlon. There's like a triathlon. You're an athlete. Not literally, maybe literally, I don't know, but no, you're like you've been weathered and tested. You got seasoned by weathering situations, that's for sure. That's a quote from a song I like. So yeah, I feel strongly from spirit here that, I just hear they're giving you the go-ahead. You're being given the go-ahead. I was going to say, I feel strongly here that this is wrapping up. It's going to make sense now, but you're being given the go-ahead to act on something. What is this? Can we get information? They said act on your dreams, and they're saying something about protocol. They said, what did you learn? Summarize it. They're showing me a whiteboard like in a lecture hall, like you're in class. You finished the term and it's like, okay, let's summarize not everything we learned, but like this one main core theme, and ready to go to the next level or lesson. Or no, they're saying graduating from that program, so you don't have to repeat it anymore. The karma is cleared, they said. The karma is cleared. It is done. Ooh, yeah, I felt like a heaviness lift off of my chest. Heart chakra was very significant here. Something about recirculating. They're showing me something about recirculating, something coming back to you now. Or the way that you send out energy is going to come back to you much more quickly. You're going to see the results much more quickly. Because before it may have felt like you were just sending things out into the ether, into the void, and nothing, poof, like gone, no results. And they're showing me the return on that is actually going to happen now. So manifestation becoming more tangible. Tangible, yeah. Tangerine. Tangible, tangerine, fruit. Orange, sacral chakra. Yeah, you'll be creativity, pursuing your dreams, your desires. You'll start to see those showing up. Any final closing messages for the viewer, for whoever the souls are that were called to this reading or to this video, Spirit? They're saying something about peaceful pleasure or peaceful pleasant experiences. Yeah, I did hear welcoming new love, and new insights lead to new endeavors, they said. So again, the stream of information that's coming in, it's going to lead you into new endeavors, possibly creative expression or sexual expression, or new romantic options, or new work ideas, or business or creative ideas. There's something about like new endeavors that sacral chakra related. Sacral chakra rules our senses, our emotions, our emotional bonds and connections to other people, our sexuality and intimacy. It also rules money, finances, and creativity, especially creativity with the hands. But it doesn't have to be that, but it's like what we can actually make and touch and build. So something about that. New insights, new endeavors. They just said it again. So anything else? One step at a time. And the whole, what? One step at a time. I don't know. I can't, it's garbled after that. One step at a time. Okay, it's kind of like exactly what you went through, wasn't it? Like, okay, one step at a time, and you don't know what's coming in the next step. So you just kind of got to trust and keep going. Even if it doesn't make sense, just keep going. Okay, all right. I think that's everything, guys. I will leave it there. That's the message. Just keep going, because you're ripe. The time is ripe. And it's harvest season, so you're going to start seeing things come in. I'm very happy to report that message. I love it when things are positive like that. I'm here to deliver messages and be neutral, but what can I say? I'm a little biased. I like reporting good things. So I'm sending you guys so much love and blessings for this new time cycle, for clearing of this karma, for the fruition of your childhood dreams in some way, shape, or form, and possibly the love of your life. Okay, guys, many blessings. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the reading, you resonated with it, you want to claim it, whatever you want to do, you can hit the like button, leave a comment below. If you're looking for more detailed personal info, insights, healing, activations, karmic clearing, I'm good at all that stuff. So I am offering readings right now. You can find the options through my website. It's tarotandbeyond.com. which is linked in the description box below. And I want to say a special thank you to all of our members here on the channel, Soul Family and Soul Tribe members. Thank you for supporting my work, and I hope you're enjoying the additional content and the benefits of being a member. And if you're not a member and you want to become one, there's videos in the description box below as well that are members videos. If you click on one of them, it should prompt you with the tiers, the options, and how to become a member. All right, guys, love you. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye.